in my first official video building a Honda D16 for about 650 wheel horsepower. Now, I know you've been seeing some teasers from me on Instagram, Facebook, throughout a couple of the forums, and you might be thinking, who am I? What qualifies me and what possessed me to do such a build? You know, let me tell you a little bit about who am I. Everybody that knows me personally knows that I've been infatuated with imports since, you know, I've been in probably the 9th grade, you know, when I was 15, 16 years old. I've built several cars. First vehicle that I ever had was a Honda CRX 1991 SI with a D16 A6. That engine went through many changes, made a lot of power when, you know, back in the day, I'm telling you, 1997, 98, having a 350 horsepower D16 was a very fast car. Now, you know, throughout the years, I've built Corvettes, you know, Mustangs. I built a Honda 2000. You name it, you know, I've been involved. Had one of the first 10-second Subaru WRXs back in, you know, 03. So, you know, I'm no mechanic. I actually do work in the car industry. I work for a Chevy dealership nowadays. Been, like I said, been in the car industry 10, 15 years doing, you know, different things. Working with several now well-known people. You know, I just decided, you know, to not stay in the race industry. Now, what possessed me to do such a build? Basically, once again, once I had my CRX, I decided to start what would have been, you know, one of the first 500 horsepower D16s. Of course, I was a lot younger, didn't have the funds, didn't have what it takes to actually do the build back then. So the build never got finished. Throughout the years, you know, I moved naturally from Puerto Rico, moved to Texas. I've been here about 11 years now. Always had the itch to build it. Grew up, had a child, you know, did whatever. The build kept, you know, getting pushed. So I went on vacation this year to Puerto Rico a couple of months back. Saw the car, because I still do own the Honda. Saw the car and it popped. You know, I need to finish this vehicle. I need to, you know, there's a lot of fast Hondas out there. The top 2 fastest D16s are from my island. But I'm gonna be building a 650 horsepower vehicle, street driven. It's not gonna be no race car. I am planning on building it using some of the rules and regulations to be able to run some street class events, but nothing, you know, nothing too major. It's just gonna be a fast car that's gonna break a lot of hearts. Why I did it, it's a personal passion of mine, and you know, something that it's actually triggering me to do this is you go through the forums, you go through, you know, magazines, websites and whatsoever, and top builders are using parts because they're sponsored, because, you know, they get paid to push these parts. And a lot of the times people like you know, like you and I that might be watching don't have the funds to buy those parts. Buy them because they are using them, not because we have any idea of the quality of them and all that. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm actually gonna be, you know, I've been doing it. Once again, the passion to record started in February when I went back home and saw my old CRX there unfinished. but I've been actually buying parts and accumulating parts for this build for a year now. So I basically think I have most of the major parts already. I've done other research. I've actually talked to, I'll say, more manufacturers that you could ever imagine, more stores, you name it. I've posted many questions on forums, and knowing already the answer or trying to get more ideas, and got 300 bad questions, 300 bad answers, or 300 wise answers, 2 or 3 good ones. Some of the good guys have reached out to help. The information is there. You just have to find it. Now, just to let you know, quick disclaimer: I'm not being sponsored by nobody. Every single part that this engine is going to have has been paid by me, negotiated by me, found, researched. Everything has been done by me. Once again, I'll throw out a name out there. Real Street Performance has helped me a lot. Just by calling them, got hooked up with one of their sales reps. Been back and forth with them. Done a lot of research. They've even matched pricing out of eBay, Amazon, all of these places. And now, don't get me wrong, this is not going to be a cheap build. It's not going to be a Vitara build. It's not going to be, it's going to be plain old motor capable of 750, 800 horsepower. Full-blown head, full-blown suspension, full-blown fuel system. Main object of this project is to throw some information out there, throw some solid information out there, letting you guys see all of my failures, all of my successes, and give props to everybody that's helping me. Now, I'm thinking this is gonna be, it's gonna take me. I'm doing this. I work a full-time job. I'm doing this at nights, days off, holidays, so on and so forth. So I'm thinking this is gonna be like a 35, 40 episode build, since what I'm planning to do is, when I talk about pistons, why I chose to go with X manufacturer, what have I used before, how has it worked, once again, why I chose it, what is the goal, why I chose to go 75.5 millimeters on my pistons, why I chose to use CSS over a block guard, or sleeves over CSS, why I went with a certain manufacturer. I'm going to talk about pricing. Once again, I'm paying for all these parts out of my pocket. I'm trying to get the best deal out there every single time. I've haggled with all of these manufacturers, and I'm going to talk about prices. I'm going to put the receipts out there, so on and so forth. So it will be a very interesting build. It will be a very long build, simple because I am not a shop. I'm building this out of my garage. I'm gonna be, right now, it's 11:30, let me see. Actually, right now it's 10:58 at night. It's when I had some time to get in my garage and start recording this after taking care of all my family duties. But hey, I'm doing this for you guys. I hope you support it, and I hope it's a big success. I hope the vehicle hits the 650. The turbo kit that we have, I've already hit about 578 with it. So, on the new engine, it should be faster. We are planning. The reason we chose the 650 wheel horsepower is because that's what we think that turbo kit is going to be capable. I am looking. I'm doing my research right now to actually find somebody that will build a new turbo kit after breaking, and that will be the second stage of the build. But it's gonna be very interesting. Now, once again, and I'll repeat myself over and over again, this build is gonna be based on my choices, on my research. Okay, none of these parts are sponsored by nobody. Okay, if you plan to do some of the stuff I'm gonna be doing, you're gonna be doing them under your own risk. Once again, I sell cars for a living. I'm not a mechanic. I've been doing this, once again, 9th grade, probably 15, 16 years old. I'm now close to my 40s, so you do the math. Guys, this was a quick video intro. My next video, I'm gonna reveal in what chassis I'm gonna be putting the engine. Then once again, I'm gonna talk about block guards. I'm gonna talk about sleeving, CSS. What have I done? What was my own conclusions when calling them and talking to them. I'm gonna explain my fuel system completely from, the fuel tank all the way to the injectors, regulators, so on and so forth. I'm gonna talk about my pistons, rods, engine notching. Why did I decide to go that route? Who is building the engine? Because I build most of myself, but I do have a lot of help from an engine builder out of Ohio, personal friend of mine since we were both in college. Built many engines together. He's built a lot of heads for me. Very good guy. So I'm planning on once again, I'm planning on plugging everybody that has helped me and is putting work into this deal. Okay, now I've created an Instagram account. It's Man Media TV. Man stands for Michael Anthony Negron. It's nothing, it doesn't have any intent. Man Media TV. My YouTube page is also Man Media TV. It already has some videos in there that are, once again, as I've told you before, I do work in the car industry, so there's like 11 videos there about car reviews that I've done for customers and stuff like that. Watch them. You might have some good information. You might get to learn a little bit about me and my style. But this is the first video that's gonna drop in there. I'm planning on editing today and dropping it tomorrow. Once again, tomorrow I'm gonna record. Hopefully I get some sunlight. I get home with some sunlight and I could record the chassis that I'm putting it on, and we'll continue. I'm planning on dropping, 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week, as much as as I get time to. And of course, show your support. Subscribe to my YouTube page, subscribe to Facebook, subscribe to Instagram, and I promise you guys, I'm going to be giving you some good information. I'm going to be giving you some good negotiation skills with with some vendors. I'm going to be telling you which vendors I use and why did I use them. Once again, hopefully this thing works out. Hopefully the car hits the 650. Hopefully I'm going to be able to track it, and hopefully I'll be done with this car before the end of the year. Once again, if you like it, subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Man Media TV. See you on the next one, guys.